What's up, everybody? How's it going? Diana here from My Millionaire Quest, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to add Google Analytics to a site, particularly your WordPress site. And this is important because it's a great way to track down your traffic. It's a great way to see how many people are visiting your website. It's great to see how long they're spending on your website. I mean, how much time they're spending on your website, because it's clear to see that if you have 1,000 people visiting your website a day, and they're only there for 2 seconds, they're obviously not checking out your content and they're not engaging with your content, which means they're not going to convert into potential customers. So this is a great free tool that Google has provided with us. So you need to take advantage of it as soon as possible if you haven't already. And creating a Google Analytics account is actually free. All you need to do is sign up with your Gmail account, which is the beauty of Google, like I said. You need your Gmail account to do all these awesome things. And basically, there are two different ways to add your Google Analytics account to connect it to your WordPress site. And the first way you do it is the techie way, the hard way, the complicated way. And the reason I say this is because if you're not too familiar with code and if you don't do this correctly, you can mess up your entire website. And I'm going to show it to you just so you know you guys have a comprehension of how to do it. And basically what you would do is once you sign up and you get your ID, you would copy the ID and you head back on over to your dashboard. You go over to Appearance and you click on Editor. And then under the editor file, there should be a header over here on the right side. There we go. This is basically, you see how complicated this looks? Like, you don't even want to mess with this. So, header, where'd it go? Header, here we go, header PHP. So I'm just nervous. I don't even want to touch it. I'm not even gonna. So yeah, so then what happens next is you go into the code right here where it says head. You see how there's a head, open bracket, close bracket, all that good stuff. So what you would do is you would insert it here. You would click enter and then it would type here. But we're not going to touch any of that because like I said, I am terrified of touching this. So I'm not even going to click save or unsave or any of that because I don't want to mess up my website at all, guys. But anyways, that's one way to do it. And basically what it does is by adding the code to the heading to your header for your website, for the theme website, what's going to happen is it's going to track down traffic for every single page or every single post that you create on your website, because what happens is your header is in every single page of your website. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, that's one way to do it, but it's 2017 and we don't have time to play games with code. So we're just going to choose the easy way, and what we're going to do is we're going to head over to plugins and click add new. And we're going to wait for it to load, and we're going to just type in Google Analytics. And whatever pops up, obviously you always go for the top ones, make sure they have a pretty decent amount of downloads or installs and some good reviews. And one thing that I've always mentioned, and I'll continue to mention forever and ever, is when it comes to these plugins or anything that you do with your website, make sure that this pops up. Make sure it is compatible with your version of WordPress, because you don't want to be like me that you have no idea what you're doing and you don't heed my warning and it messes up your website and you can't log in. So you see how this one says compatible with your version of WordPress and it has a check mark? That means this is safe to use with my current theme. Now this one, on the other hand, it's untested. So I don't want to take that risk just because it's appealing to me and then it goes and messes up my website, because like I told you, it happened to me the first time I created a website. I got locked out. There was an error. I couldn't log in. I didn't know what to do. I had to back log in through my FTP, and I had to find the data of the file itself and delete the file. That was just so confusing. I don't even want to talk about it. So anyways, so what you do is you go ahead and install Monster Insights. This is the one I have for My Millionaire Quest. Now this is my other website I have, and this is my food blog. So I'm just showing it to you guys on this one. So it's installed. You go ahead and click activate. And then configure Google Analytics settings. Go ahead and do that. And then what's going to happen is these are your Monster Insight settings. And you're going to authenticate with your Google account. So click on that. Next. Click on next. I guess I didn't click hard enough. Then you're gonna click to get Google code. This is a beautiful thing. And then you allow, obviously, copy the code, and you go ahead and paste the code. Click next. And then what's going to happen is select profile. So as you can see over here, I have more than one analytics profile, and these are the websites I'm currently tracking traffic for. It sounds like a word puzzle, not a word puzzle. It sounds like a, what's it called? I forgot. I'm so sorry. Anyways, you go ahead and click on the one you want, feedthebooks.com, and then just click next. Tongue twister. There we go. That's what it was. I was like, a word puzzle. Okay. Nah, it's a tongue twister. Yeah. Traffic. Tracking traffic. Track your traffic. Anyways, so that's done. And then we can go over to tracking. And you see where it says engagement. So ignore these user rules from tracking. So basically, editor and administrator. That's basically you. You're the one that's creating the content for your website. So you're the administrator. You're the person in charge of your website. So what you're going to do is, it's already been taken care of. You don't even have to do anything. You're going to let administrator and editor be ignored, because what happens is Google Analytics tracks down your traffic. So what that means is every time you go into your website, it'll track down like as in you're a visitor, but you're not a visitor. You're just working on your website. So you need to make sure you put that, or it's already taken care of, so you don't even have to worry about that. And that's it. Go ahead and click on save changes, and you are ready to roll. Now keep in mind that you're not going to start tracking traffic, there I go again, immediately. This is going to take some time. So don't obsess over it. You know, you're not going to click on it every 5 seconds to see if it's tracking traffic. And I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I highly suggest doing it the easy way, which is just, you know, downloading the plugin and letting the plugin take care of it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, if you're not tech savvy, if you're not familiar with code, you can mess up the entire code of your website, and then it will just completely screw it up. So yeah, pretty soon you'll start getting traffic. You'll start receiving traffic, not traffic, but traffic analysis. You'll start seeing, and like I said, it's pretty cool because it lets you see how many people are visiting your website. If it's a new visitor, or is it returning people? If returning means it's good, because it means that people are actually coming back to your website because they're engaging in the content and they think it's valuable. And then you're gonna see site behavior is gonna let you see the popular posts. And like I said, it's really cool to know the demographic of your visitors, because it lets you know where the people in the world are actually coming from that are clicking and visiting your website. Because what happened to me last year was I was having thousands and thousands of views on one of my websites, and I was like, oh my god, I've hit jackpot. But it turns out that a lot of these visitors were from Russia. So, I mean, who's to say whether or not they were good? It was good traffic. I had traffic from like Russia, Poland, and China, and I was like, okay, if I'm creating English content, chances are these people are not clicking on my content. And another way that I deciphered that, you know, it wasn't valuable traffic was because I wasn't making that much money. So yeah, I mean, if you're in an English-speaking country and you're producing English content in English, it makes sense that, you know, those are the people that you want come visiting your website. So that's another thing that Google Analytics lets you keep track of. You also get to keep track of conversions and all that good stuff. And like I said, it lets you keep track of what works and what doesn't work. Because if you have one page that is garnishing most of the traffic on your website versus the rest of them, that means that you did something right with that one, and all you have to do is emulate what works for that one with the rest of your posts and your pages, and you should be good to go. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you got some content. I hope you got some value from this video. If you have any questions about Google Analytics or your WordPress site, please feel free to leave me a comment below, and I will be more than glad to help you out. And if you're ready to take action on your millionaire quest, as always, click on the link below and have an awesome, awesome, awesome day, guys. Take care.